Recording. Hey guys, happy Saturday morning. I'm so excited because I'm taking my family apple picking today. I'm like, yay! It's fall. Yes, I do love warm weather, but I do also love fall. So it's like I don't know, a fight between the two. So lately we have a new book by Autumn Calabrese is coming out, or did come out. You can order it on Amazon, but you can also now order it on Teen Beachbody. So if you go to order your stuff like your Shakeology or Energize or 3-Day Refresh, you can also order her book right there on your Teen Beachbody website. And if you have a coach account, you get the 25% off. So that's really cool. Also, coming up, we have a new program, a new fitness program that's running. It's a running program. It's going to get you totally ready to do a 5K. It's running and cross training. Cool thing about that is I personally have done races before. I've done 5Ks, and then I trained for a half marathon. In that time frame, I killed my back. And I mean, I had like back injury for 2 years. It was horrendous. And what I realized is I didn't cross train. I didn't tighten up my core. I didn't work on anything else other than running. And it totally ruined me, right? In this training program, she covers you head to toe. She has you doing training to run a 5K. And in between those days of running, you get to do cross training. So she'll tighten up your legs, your arms, your core, so that you're not getting injured from running. And I think this is so cool. It's also for all levels. So the running piece, you put your earbuds, whatever, in while you're running, and you listen to her train you as you're going. Super awesome. I'm really excited about this. It comes out in October, but very, very soon they'll be coming out with the sample workout for you to try out to see if you are digging it, right? So super exciting things coming up. I'm very excited about that. I'm sure we're going to put together a virtual 5K for all of us to tap into and run together. So I'm really excited about that as well. But let's talk about today. We have the awesome, the one and only Lisa. Do you say Gaumer? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Gaumer.
Yeah.
Okay. So I met Lisa because I invited her daughter, Ashley, to participate in a challenge group with us. And I'm really excited to get some answers from you because this is going to be fun. So Lisa is Ashley's mom. I'm going to put you on the spotlight here. And I really am dying to know, when I invited Lisa and she decided to join us, were you like just dragged into this, or or were you like, yeah, I'll do it with you? Like, how was that? Because Ashley lives with you, right?
Right. Correct. So
Yeah.
what was happening was Ash was on her journey, and I was getting up every morning, coming down, getting my coffee, getting myself together, and I would watch Ash work out. And I would stand in the kitchen and I would watch her, and I would stand there drinking my coffee, just watching her. And all of a sudden, and then I thought, okay, well, you know what? I would watch her eat as well, the stuff she was making, the stuff she was cooking. And I really like healthy food. It's not that I don't, it's just that I never cooked it. So she was making it. So I started on the journey of the nutrition first.
Oh, okay.
And okay, so because I didn't want to work out. so the nutrition for like a month and a half, I started in March, at the end of May, And so it was probably about 2 months. I had lost 8 pounds just with the nutrition. I think I started my journey at like 142 when I started the whole Beachbody journey. And then I thought, okay, Lisa, my legs were flabby. I didn't like the way that they looked. I didn't like when I wore shorts and I sat down. I didn't like how my legs spread out over the whole entire chair. So I decided I would try the workouts, and that's all she wrote. And then, right now I've been in Beachbody since 2016 with Ash, on and off. For a year and a half now, it's been faithful. And my standing weight right now is like 130. So I lost about 11, 12 pounds in this whole journey. And my scale has not moved probably in, oh my God, 7 months. It hasn't moved, but my body has changed. So you know,
I
but
love
that's how I got started. I got started with the whole thing, watching her, and then finally deciding, you know, this is ridiculous. You're standing here watching her. You need to join in.
I love that. So it just cracks me up. So when before you said you guys have been on and off with the work, were you on and off with the workouts as well, or just?
I was. I think she was more on than I was. You know, I would stop, and then I would start again, and then I would stop, and I would start again. And then in May, I think, of last year, I think it was May of last year. It's just been faithful. It started with MM100, and we did that all the way through up until my surgery. So
Yeah, I just think that's so cool. So this is one of the first times that you've been so on, like, the whole time.
yes,
Like, it's
yes, correct. And
awesome.
I love it. And you know, I used to lay in bed, and I tell my girlfriends this too. I used to lay in bed, and literally I would say, I don't want to work out. I don't want to get up. I don't want to work out. I don't want to do this. I just don't. And now I get up at 6:45, and I'm up, I'm drinking my Energize, and I'm working out. It became a part of who I am now. So I
Yeah.
enjoy it. There are still mornings, though, obviously, that I get up and I'm like, yeah, this I just don't feel like doing this. But
I feel like, yeah, we all have those mornings.
yes.
I did my workout and I ended a couple minutes early because I had to be on here, but I know I'm not going to go back and finish that. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I could have done my workout already this morning. When my alarm went off, I thought, should I? And I'm like, nah, I'll just wait till after. So, you know, and I'll get it done. I'm not worried about it now.
yeah. So I'm going to ask you a couple other things. So you got into this group. You have been an awesome piece of this journey. I want to show guys the one of Lisa's workout pictures because every time I see them, I'm like, hot damn. I want to be you when I grow up. Okay, so here's, can you see this? I don't even know if
Yes, I can. I can.
Check that out. I mean, damn. Look at her. She's ripped. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So you've been into fitness pretty much your whole life. I mean, like, in the sports world, right? You train,
Correct.
you're a coach for lacrosse. No,
Field hockey.
field hockey, sorry.
That's okay.
And so she's been in fitness, but you know, just because somebody's into the fitness world doesn't mean that they have a good routine going. I've learned that a long time ago.
For sure. For sure.
So, okay, so tell me a little bit about, you just said I mean, tell me a little bit more about what it was like. I guess you already did, about not, you weren't in a routine, but you felt a little flabby, so you wanted to get into that. But the nutrition first is what happened for you. Some
Correct.
people, it's the fitness first. Like, I think we just had, Lynette just said, you know, she got into the fitness first, got into a routine with fitness, and then started tightening up on her nutrition. So it really just depends on the person, honestly.
Yeah.
Whatever's
Yeah.
going to get you in here and get you going and get you excited and build that confidence. I mean, you had the confidence building from losing 8 pounds from eating on the nutrition plan and then got into workouts. And some people are the other way around. So you really have to just kind of test it out and decide on your own or maybe you're somebody who likes to do both. So it really depends on that. So, okay, so you got started in the group. You had awful news. Do you mind sharing a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, no, not at all. Okay, so well, my girls, Sammy is also into the program now as well. And they both had been begging me to get, you know, a mammogram. I was 55 this past May, and I hadn't had a mammogram. And I have breast cancer in my family. So I started way back, like in my 30s, doing my mammograms faithfully. And probably at 42, I just stopped. And so it had been quite a few years since I had one. And then my girls asked me to, you know, please, Mom, go get one. And I got one, and they found breast cancer. So I had a double mastectomy in last October 8th. October 8th of last year, I had a double mastectomy. I'm still in the process of going through that. And that was kind of heart-wrenching for me, just because, you know, it was my first long program. I was doing the MM100, and my daughter Ash and I were trying to do doubles and triples at the end of it so I could finish. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get emotional. I can't believe I'm getting emotional. But
Okay. I'm over
I
here
couldn't
crying.
finish. I couldn't finish. I couldn't get it done. We were doing doubles and triples some days, and when I'm saying this, I can't even believe that I did that, but I hurt my back, and then I was like, I just can't do this anymore. So I didn't actually get to finish MM100, but it was quite a few months before I was able to go back then. I think it was almost February of this past year that I was able to finally go back, because I've had some complications with the one breast. So I've had to go back in twice for surgeries. But now I'm finally getting forever boobies on October 1st.
Yes.
So yeah. So we're good, but everything is really good. I've been blessed because there was no, they found cancer in both breasts. They didn't know about the left breast, but I was like, just take them both. And then they did find cancer in the left breast. So I'm very grateful that I did have it removed. And the best part of it, I had to have no radiation, no chemo. I am now 99.9% cancer free. So I am so grateful to my daughters. I can't even feel anything other than blessed because I'm cancer free. I would have never went and got a mammogram if it wasn't for them bugging me. And the doctor told me that if I would have waited, I could be stage 2 or 3, by this year, if I would have went this year even, so I can't even complain. I don't even complain. I mean, nobody really even, until I put the one post out there that I had it, and I didn't talk about it throughout, I didn't complain. I didn't feel like I had a right to complain. I was cancer free, so.
I just love that about you. Your attitude the entire time was so graceful and so full of gratitude. And thank God for nagging children, right?
Right. Right.
You guys, Sammy and Ashley.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when you told me, I can't help but laugh. You're like, but I really wanted to finish this program. I'm like, really? Is that
I know. I've actually been thinking what I want to do next, and I've been thinking about MM100 as one of my programs after MBFA.
be your annual celebration?
Correct, and then to actually finish it. So I'm actually thinking about doing that.
That's awesome, and I'll never forget Ashley doing the doubles and the triples, and I'm like, holy cow! So
I know, we were crazy.
For you, she finished
that
it
was
for
crazy.
you.
Yes, she did. She did finish it for me. Yes, she did.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. So yeah, no, I thought that was just incredible. So I am curious, did the doctor say anything about you being in like super health?
Oh my God.
Prior to you getting diagnosed?
I have to say, I am so, I'm very proud now. I have people, not only the doctors have told me that I am in such great physical shape. It makes me very proud now that I am in the shape that I am. And that is also a very good it gives me the jump to want to continue, because I have been told that if I wasn't in such great shape that I might not have healed as well, like not healed, but got through it as well as I did. I got back to work quick. And I also had people at work, customers stopping me and saying, what are you doing? So they see it, I'm very happy with the program because people are noticing.
Yeah. How could they not? You're like serving their food with biceps that are like chiseled. You're like, here you go.
I will say the women have commented on my arms. They're like, oh my God, your arms are amazing. So it makes me feel good that this is working, and it makes me want to continue.
Awesome. I'll never forget. You're like, literally still have stitches and everything. And you're like, I want to work out again. So what can I do just like for
Yeah, like, you actually got me in contact with Joy. Do you remember that, Joy Bowen?
Yes.
Yeah, you got me in contact with her. So I actually talk with her, and I watch her now. I follow her. She's awesome. I love her. She's great.
She is amazing. And so Joy is another coach in a different team, and she also had breast cancer and a double mastectomy, and she knows the program so well. And so I was like, you know what? I reached out to her when I found out. I'm like, hey, this, I have this customer, Lisa, who's like, or, team member who's Lisa, and she's freaking awesome and chomping at the bit to continue working out. I'm like, I never went through the surgery, so I would love for you to be able to just like help her. She was all for it. She's like, oh my gosh, yes, send her my information. And that's what, Team Beachbody is an incredible company. Their team, everybody, like not just our team, other people's team, just everybody, the community, the culture of wanting to help other people. I've been in other businesses before, and you don't go to other people's team to like chat with them. Like you just don't, right? It's not open like that. And here it's very, very loving, welcoming, big community who just wants to help other people. Joy has no vested interest in Lisa.
No,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She has no income coming in from Lisa. Whatever Lisa does is not affecting her team. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say we're competitors, but we really literally have nothing to do with each other. And Joy was all for it. She's like, send her my information, reach out to me. I want to help her. And so that part is just so big.
Yeah.
I love it. So my goodness. So you're getting your new boobs on October 1st. I'm very excited for you.
Yeah. Finally.
Super excited. So, okay. As a waitress, off that topic for a minute, as a waitress, you're around food all the time. And you're not just around food. You're around like desserts, decadent food.
Yes.
Appetizers.
Yeah.
Tell me, because you just said, your weight hasn't wavered, right? Even
Right.
through surgeries, even through waitressing, like your weight hasn't wavered.
Nope.
You go on like 8 million vacations, or maybe that's Ashley, but
That's Ashley. That ain't me.
but you've been out and about. So tell me how do you hold it together when you're constantly around this stuff?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. It's not the actual desserts and all that. It's the picky food. It's the croutons. It's like the potato chips. It's the cucumbers in the blue cheese dressing. So those are, things that I pop in my mouth. I meal prep. We meal prep. So, and I'm not going to say that this is 100% because it is not, but Ashley has been an amazing meal prepper, and we have a system, and we cook the food, we prep it, we portion it, and then we grab and go. Now there's times when, we're both really busy, or we both worked maybe 2 doubles in a row and we don't have any food in the house. And that's when I find myself picking at work, when I don't have food with me. So like yesterday I took my shake, and I took brown rice and quinoa, and a honey mustard roasted pork, or not roasted, grilled pork that we had made the night before. So I cut that up and took that, and I ate that. So I was not picking yesterday. When I pick is when I don't take food with me. Yeah. So the meal prepping part of it, I 100%, I can, and I can order food. I could probably order something healthier at work, but when I don't have the food there, it's just as easy to pick food instead of having to wait for the food to be ready. When it's right there for me, and I pop it in the microwave, and then I can pull it out and eat it like I did last night, that's when I'm more successful, obviously, with not only, stabilizing my weight. Now my weight does go up maybe 1-2 pounds, but never where I have to be like, I'm worried about this, because it's always either water weight or whatever, but it's never anything that I ever, worry. And I'm not a scale jumper. I don't get on the scale anymore. I just, like after vacation, we came back from vacation, and I was like, oh, I better get on the scale. And I did. I will say I gained 5 pounds, but I'm back down already. So it was just, and I didn't watch really what I ate down there or drank. And, but I was mindful. That's all. I was mindful.
But when you have a routine, the other thing is that the program that you're on is balanced. So coming back to it is not all that difficult. It's not like you're cutting out your carbs or cutting out your fats. You have a balanced meal plan. The other thing that I notice is that we can eat differently when we've hit our like maintenance weight, if that makes sense. Like
that's true. I agree with that statement.
Yeah. So, and you know what, that has gotten me in trouble before, actually, because if I have 30 pounds to lose after, like, let's say I just was done being pregnant, and I have like 30, 40 pounds to lose, and I'm like, but I'm eating how I used to eat when I was like ripped. Well, yeah, because I was in maintenance mode. I have to change what I'm doing if I want to lose weight. Then I can get back to what I eat during maintenance mode. So maintenance mode is a lot of fun.
Well, yes, it is. And I will also say that, you know, the whole, like, I was just listening to, I think it was Ash talking about the diet, the word diet. And for real, this isn't a diet. This is, my life has been this way and eating this way now, for a while. So it's been a life change, and it's just the way I live now. And the containers, I don't use the containers anymore. I'm so used to like what, like portion control, what it is. And if there's a time where I want to grab something a little more, I just take it. I don't worry about, that, oh, that's over a yellow, or that's over, whatever. I just don't worry about it anymore.
Right. You've been doing it long enough. You know what it looks like on your plate. You know what a portion looks like. And I always say, if for some reason your weight's creeping up, go back to measuring, because you probably started increasing your portions.
Right. That's right. Or having too many extra sweets or something. Right.
Yeah. So tell me, we're going to wrap it up. Tell me, how do you feel now? Are you happy you started doing this? And how has your life like felt differently? How has this changed your life?
I first of all, I am 100% happy that I did this, that I started it. And I will say that one of the best things that I feel was this past summer on the turf with the field hockey girls. I train those girls to never give up. I train those girls to be strong and to believe in themselves when they think that they can't go any further. I use those words on the turf. Those words, I say it all the time. I'm like, you guys are stronger than you think. This year, I felt that I was qualified to use those words. I felt that I was that person, that I had all of those qualities this year. This was the first year that I've actually felt that, where I was able, the words that I was saying, I believed 100%. Not that I didn't believe them before. It was different because I was being dedicated to myself. And when I'm working here and I'm doing those high knees with Megan, and she wants us to do them for 30 seconds at high speed, and I am down to like the last 10 seconds, and I don't think that I can go any further. In my head, I said, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Your legs, and you are stronger than what you think. So the words that I was using for the girls this summer, it was completely different than any other year, because I believed them, because I was living that. So it was something that I actually noticed, and I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this. Oh my gosh, Sammy was involved with, in 2007 was my first year doing the coaching to get them in shape for preseason. So, I was using those words back then, and I'm standing on the sideline and, yada, 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 and timing them, and not really caring how they felt. And now I know. Now I know how it is to push myself, and that we can do that. We are stronger than we believe.
That's amazing. So you were coming from a different perspective.
Yeah.
You're living what you're telling them, which is just fantastic. Like
Yeah.
I want to cry over here. I have tears streaming down my face.
Aww.
Well, thank you, Lisa, because you have been a huge inspiration to me. And I know that you've been a huge inspiration to our whole team, the community, the Better Together community. I'm not crying, you're crying. So thank you. I really appreciate you coming on here and sharing. And do you have anything else to say?
No, but I just want to say that I really enjoy the community. I do. I like all the girls that I chit chat with. I can't wait till this is all over, and maybe we can all get together. That would be awesome, because I would love to meet all of them. They're just amazing.
Yeah, I know. We have a good group. We do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yep.
Very awesome. I see everybody else. Melanie's shaking her head. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna stop the recording. I'm gonna put this to YouTube, and you guys can share it throughout your groups because I think you need to share Lisa's story. I think it's just an awesome story. So thank you, Lisa. Have an awesome weekend. Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.